Qatar has been a controversial choice to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The decision to grant Qatar hosting rights of the tournament was made in 2010 and has since been the subject of much criticism due to the country's human rights record and its alleged use of bribery and corruption to secure the hosting rights. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host, Atul Mishra. Let's begin. The World Cup bid process began in 2009 and was highly contested. Qatar, a small and relatively unknown country, was facing stiff competition from the likes of the US, Australia, South Korea, and Japan. However, in December 2010, Qatar's bid was awarded the rights to the 2022 World Cup, much to the dismay of the other bidders. Now, one of the vice presidents of the European Parliament and Greek politician, Eva Kelly, was detained on Friday in Belgium as a result of a police investigation into suspected bribery given to EU politicians by World Cup host Qatar. According to a statement from the Central Anti-Corruption Office, Belgium's Federal Judicial Police, or the PJF, has a reason to believe that a Gulf country has influenced MEPs by giving significant gifts or substantial sums of money to individuals who have access to MPs. More than 600,000 euros in cash and computer equipment and cell phones have been seized by the police. The Gulf nation has been identified as Qatar by Belgian media, and one of those detained is described as Kelly, aged 44, a former TV host who has served as an MEP for PSOK, a Socialists and Democrats group member, since 2014. 4 individuals were detained for interrogation after 16 searches were conducted across numerous Belgian cities. According to the authorities, the operation targeted in particular parliamentary assistants operating within the European Parliament. A resolution passed by the European Parliament regarding Qatar over the deaths of construction workers who were building World Cup stadiums and other human rights breaches was opposed by Kelly, who praised the Gulf monarchy as a front runner in labor rights. Earlier in November, she had visited Qatar and met the labor minister while expressing support for the event on behalf of the EU. The incident has exposed how European Union's top officials have attributed to the growth and validation of the Qatar World Cup. The Guardian calculated that since Qatar was given the right to host the World Cup, at least 6,500 migrant workers had died in the country, and many of them were working on World Cup-related projects. Human rights in Qatar were criticized for how they treated migrant labor, women, and LGBTQ people, which sparked claims of sports washing. Despite all this, Europe has aided Qatar, where its own officials have helped with sports washing. In addition, Europe has been heavily involved in the construction of the stadiums for the tournament. The construction of the Khalifa International Stadium was led by a consortium of European companies, including the UK's Leeng O'Rourke and the Netherlands' BAM International. The savior of human rights, that is the European Union, is equally to be blamed for the thousands of labor deaths. Rather than taking efforts to invalidate the World Cup, the bloc has only aided it.